Hello and welcome to the Target UPSC Prelims 2024 MCQ series. Subject for today is Science and Technology, and this is the fifth episode of Science and Technology. So let's begin. The first question is, consider the following statements. First, half-life is a time taken for the decay of one half of the initial number of nuclei present in a radioactive sample. Uranium-238, the most prevalent isotope in uranium ore, has a half-life of about 4.5 billion years. How many of the above statement is or are correct? Only one, only two, all of the above, none of the above. Let's see. Correct answer is option C, that is all of the above. It means first and second both statement are correct. So let's see the explanation. Half-life is a time taken for the decay of one half of the initial numbers of nuclei present in a radioactive sample. So decay of one half of the initial number of nuclei present in a radioactive sample. Different radionuclides differ greatly in their rate of decay. A common way to characterize this feature is through the notion of half-life. Half-life of a radionuclide is the time it takes for a sample that has initially, say, no radionuclide to reduce to N1 by 2. Uranium-238, the most prevalent isotope in uranium ore, so this is the most prevalent isotope, has a half-life of about 4.5 billion years. That is, half the atoms in any sample will decay in that amount of time. Radium-226 has a half-life of 1600 years. Plutonium-239 has a half-life of 24,100 years, and carbon-14 has a half-life of 5,730 years. So out of all, plutonium-239 has the highest half-life. Uranium-238 has maximum half-life period. So therefore the correct answer is option C. So all of the above. Next. Regarding moderators of nuclear fission process, consider the following statements. First, in a nuclear reactor, the chain reaction is controlled suitably so as to get a steady energy output. Second, the average energy of a neutron produced in a fission of uranium isotope is 2 MeV. In reactors, light nuclei called moderators are provided along with the fissionable nuclei for slowing down fast neutrons. Select the correct answer using the code given below: 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. Correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. It means all the statements are correct. Let's see. In a nuclear reactor, the chain reaction is controlled suitably so as to get a steady energy output. In the end, what we get is energy. The average energy of a neutron produced in fission of uranium isotope is 2 MeV. The average energy of a neutron produced in fission of uranium isotope is 2 MeV. These neutrons, unless slowed down, will escape from the reactor without interacting with the uranium nuclei unless a very large amount of fissionable material is used for sustaining the chain reaction. In reactors, light nuclei called moderators, so moderators are the light nuclei, they are provided along with the fissionable nuclei for slowing down fast neutrons. The moderators commonly used are water, heavy water, that is D2O, and graphite or carbon. Therefore, option D is the correct answer, that is all three. Next, the function of heavy water in a nuclear reactor is to slow down the speed of neutrons, increase the speed of neutrons, cool down the reactor, stop the nuclear reaction. Correct answer is option A, that is slow down the speed of neutrons. Heavy water, that is D2O, it is also called deuterium oxide. So it is a water composed of deuterium, that is hydrogen isotope, with a mass double that of regular water. Heavy water occurs naturally, although it is much less common than regular water. So it is much less common than regular water. It is commonly used in nuclear reactors as a neutron moderator, that is to slow down the speed of neutrons. Moderator, the word itself tells us that the work of moderator is to moderate things. It means to get things into balance. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Now, moving on to next. Which of the following statements regarding soda acid fire extinguishers are correct? First, soda acid fire extinguishers comprise sodium hydrogen carbonate, sodium bicarbonate and sulfuric acid. Second, the sulfuric acid reacts with the sodium hydrogen carbonate solution and produces carbon dioxide gas. Third, carbon dioxide is a non-combustible gas that does not support combustion. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Correct answer is option D. That is, all three statements are correct. Soda acid fire extinguishers comprise sodium hydrogen carbonate, sodium bicarbonate and sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid reacts with the sodium hydrogen carbonate solution and produces carbon dioxide gas, and the carbon dioxide gas is a non-combustible gas that does not support combustion. It is heavier than air and hence cuts off the oxygen supply to the air, putting out the flames. So it is heavier than the air. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. It means all are correct. Next, regarding moderators of air bags, consider the following statements. First, airbags are not inflated from some compressed gas source but rather from the products of a chemical reaction. Second, the chemical at the heart of the airbag reaction is called sodium azide or NaN3. Third, a handful of sodium azide will produce 67 liters of nitrogen gas, which is enough to inflate a normal air bag. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3 only. Correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3 only. It means all three are correct. Airbags are not inflated from some compressed gas source but rather from the products of a chemical reaction. So there is a chemical reaction which takes place. The chemical at the heart of the airbag reaction is called sodium azide or NaN3. A handful, that is 130 grams of sodium azide, will produce around 67 liters of nitrogen gas, which is enough to inflate a normal air bag. So if we talk about the gas, then it is the nitrogen gas, and if we talk about the chemical reaction, then it is sodium azide or NaN3. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements. First, deep sea divers are required to carry gas cylinders for breathing purposes while diving. Second, the gas in the cylinder is a mixture of several gases. So it is a mixture of several gases. The gases are used keeping in mind the pressure difference below sea compressed to that of the atmosphere. Choose the correct option. Only one, only two, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. Correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. It means both 1 and 2 are correct. Deep sea divers are required to carry gas cylinders for breathing purposes while diving. The gas in the cylinder is a mixture of several gases. The gases are used keeping in mind the pressure difference below sea compared to that of the atmosphere. So below sea, whatever is the temperature, and the atmosphere, whatever is the difference between them, so that pressure difference is kept in mind. And then if we talk about the air, then it is a mixture of 21% oxygen, 78% nitrogen and 1% of other noble gases. So oxygen, nitrogen and other noble gases. Due to high pressure underwater, nitrogen causes anesthetic effect and thus it is considered safe only about 130 feet underwater. Thus the tanks used by scuba divers are filled with air mixed with helium, because only air which has nitrogen can also cause problem. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Next, why are the tires of aircrafts made of conducting river? First, so that the charge accumulated on the aircraft in flight by rubbing the air can easily be transferred to ground on landing. Second, so that the charge accumulated due to the operation of various electronic equipment in the aircraft in flight can easily be transferred to the ground on landing. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. Correct answer is option A. It means 1 only. So first is correct, second is incorrect. Let's see. Aircraft tires are very different as compared to other vehicle tires like the car, truck or the bicycle. Then the plane lands. So when a plane lands, its tires have to support the weight of the aircraft and all the people who are sitting inside the aircraft. Aircraft tires have to deal with enormous forces when the plane lands. They especially have to deal with friction. So basically what they are controlling or what they are dealing with is friction. In order to withstand the heat generated due to friction, they are made up of strong, heat resistant, flexible and lightweight material, and this is called Kelvar, Kelvar, which is strong, heat resistant, flexible and lightweight. These tires also have conducting strips built into tire grooves. These strips discharge any electric charge that may have built up in tires. So in case of any charge, if it is getting built up in the tire, it gets discarded. If the tires are not conducting, then charges may get transferred to body and ultimately lead to fire hazard, and which can be very problematic and dangerous. So correct answer is option A, that is first is correct, second is incorrect because electronic equipment does not have any role to play. Next, in a pressure cooker, the temperature at which the food is cooked depends mainly upon which of the following: area of the hole in the lid, temperature of the flame, weight of the lid. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. So if we talk about the explanation, the Charles law states that pressure, volume and temperature is equal to a constant K, and that is K equals to PVT, pressure, volume, temperature. From the above given equation, we can infer that temperature is dependent on pressure and volume. Pressure in the cooker depends on the area of the hole in the lid. The bigger the hole in the lid, the lesser will be the pressure inside the cooker, and hence temperature will be affected. Then second, the more is the temperature of the flame, the more will be the temperature inside the cooker. Therefore, second will also be correct. Then the weight of the lid has a direct connection in relation to maintaining enough pressure in the lid. Heat release and heat storing inside the cooker, and hence can be linked with the temperature inside the cooker. Therefore, third is also correct. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. It means all 1, 2 and 3. Next, regarding night vision devices, consider the following statements. Night vision devices are instruments which allow viewing or imaging under conditions of very low light levels. Second, image intensifiers, that is converter tubes, they provide the best night vision images in low light conditions. Choose the correct option. Only 1, only 2, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. Correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. So, night vision devices are instruments which allow viewing or imaging under conditions of very low light levels. If we talk about the image intensifiers, that is converter tubes, then they provide the best night vision images in low light conditions. So, in low light condition, it is the converter tubes which will provide the best night vision. Night vision devices can have different forms. Some are provided as handheld binoculars or monoculars. So, binoculars and monocular, compared with ordinary binoculars and monocular, they are somewhat heavier and need to be powered with batteries. Then some devices are made for mounting on weapons, for example on rifles. They are normally equipped with a telescope for viewing distant objects. So whenever you will see a rifle, you will be able to see, or if you watch movies or serials, you will see that when any of the villain, or you can say the shooter, uses the rifles, they see the distant objects from a very small mirror. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Next, consider the following: Arogya Setu, Cowin, DigiLocker, Diksha. Which of the above are built on top of open source digital platforms? 1 and 2 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. It means all are correct and all are built on top of open source digital platforms. So let's see the explanation. Open source software allows anyone to inspect, modify and enhance its source code. Source code, which is typically hidden from most users, so it is basically hidden from most users, is the part of software that programmers can manipulate to alter how a program functions. Programmers with access to a program's source code can enhance it by adding features or fixing issues. Arogya Setu, Cowin, DigiLocker and Diksha are based on open source digital platforms. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Then next, and this is the practice question, and like always you people will give me the answer in the comment section. Question is, with reference to Web 3.0, consider the following statements. Web 3.0 technology enables people to control their own data. In Web 3.0 world, there can be blockchain based social networks. In Web 3.0, Web 3.0 is operated by users collectively rather than a corporation. Which of the following given above are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.